Units of the Ukrainian armed forces have repelled more than 55 enemy attacks over the past day. The Ukrainian Air Force launched 7 strikes on Russian manpower clusters, while units of the missile troops and artillery struck 2 areas where enemy personnel and equipment were concentrated. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine said this in a morning update, Ukrinform reports. Despite heavy losses, the enemy continues to wage its war of aggression. They focus their main efforts on conducting offensive operations in the Lyman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Marinka, and Shakhtarsk areas. Over the past day, units of the Defense Forces of Ukraine repelled more than 55 enemy attacks on the indicated sectors of the front. The fiercest battles for Bakhmut and Marinka are ongoing, the report says. The Ukrainian Air Force launched 7 strikes on the areas where the occupiers were concentrated, while units of the missile forces and artillery hit 2 clusters of enemy manpower, weapons and military equipment, as well as 2 Russian ammunition depots. In the Avdiivka direction, the enemy conducted unsuccessful offensive operations in the Avdiivka, Vodian and Pervomaisk districts. Russian forces shelled Novokolinov, Avdiivka, Tanenk, Severn, Netailov, Pervomaisk and Nebelsky in Donetsk region. In the Marinka direction, Ukrainian defenders repelled numerous enemy attacks in the areas of Marinka and Pobeda settlements. However, Krasnohorivka, Piorhivka, Marinka, and Novomikhailivka in Donetsk region came under enemy fire. In the Shakhtarsk direction, the enemy conducted unsuccessful offensive operations in the Vuhledar area. In addition to the latter, they shelled Novokranka, Prekostivka and Vlika Novosilka in Donetsk region. In the Kherson and Zaporizhia directions, the enemy continues to conduct defensive operations. At the same time, they shelled more than 35 settlements over the past day, including Olhaivsky, Malinivka, Orikhiv, Novodanilivka and Novoandriivka in Zaporizhia region, Dudchiny, Kachkarivka, Zimivka, Ivanivka, Injunern and Dniprovsky in Kherson region and the city of Kherson. As reported by Ukrinform, since the full-scale invasion, the armed forces of Ukraine have eliminated 183,750 Russian invaders, including 620 soldiers over the past day alone. Ukrainian forces repel over 40 Russian attacks in 4 sectors, General Staff. Ukraine's defense forces on Wednesday repelled more than 40 enemy attacks in 4 areas, with the fiercest battles being fought in the cities of Bakhmut and Marinka in the Donetsk region. According to Ukrinform, the General Staff of the Ukrainian Armed Forces said this in an evening update posted to Facebook. The enemy, at the cost of heavy losses, continues to focus its main efforts on conducting offensive action in the Lyman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka and Marinka directions. Throughout the day, more than 40 enemy attacks were repelled in the said areas of the front, the update reads. In total, Ukrainian combat aircraft carried out 7 strikes on Russian troop concentration areas. Ukrainian rocket and artillery units, in turn, hit 2 areas where enemy manpower, weapons and military equipment were stationed, as well as 2 enemy ammunition depots. During the day, the Russian army launched 3 missile strikes and 37 air strikes, including using drones, as well as 57 attacks using multiple launch rocket systems against the positions of Ukraine's defense forces and populated areas. As a result of enemy attacks, civilian casualties were recorded and private residential buildings and other civilian infrastructure were destroyed and damaged. It was established that in the temporarily occupied territory of the Luhansk region, in the village of Kbychivka, Russian pseudo-authorities gave an order to deploy a 40-bed military hospital for the invaders in the local House of Culture. Russian military doctors should arrive at the newly created medical facility by the end of the week. At the same time, Russia continues to use the civilian population of the temporarily occupied territories for its own purposes, using people as a human shield. In particular, in the temporarily captured city of Shakhtarsk, Kherson region, the invaders began to force all collaborators and those who cooperate with them to sign a commitment to ban people from leaving the district. General Staff. Ukraine hits 2 Russian ammunition warehouses over past day. Ukraine's armed forces struck 2 Russian ammunition warehouses and 9 concentration areas of Russian troops and equipment over the past 24 hours, the General Staff said in its April 19 evening update. As of 6 p.m. local time, Russia reportedly launched 3 missile attacks and 37 air strikes against Ukraine, including 12 Shahed-136 drones. Ukrainian air defenses shot down 10 drones, the General Staff added. Russian troops also carried out 57 MLRS attacks on Ukrainian positions and populated areas, inflicting casualties among civilians and damages to infrastructure, according to the update. Russia continues to focus its main efforts on conducting offensive operations in Ukraine's eastern areas of Lyman, Avdiivka, Bakhmut, and Marinka, with the fiercest battles going on in the last 2 sectors, reads the report. Russian military death toll in Ukraine rises to 184,420. The armed forces of Ukraine eliminated about 184,420 Russian troops in Ukraine from February 24, 2022 to April 20, 2023, including 670 invaders over the past day alone. The General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine reported this on its Facebook page, according to Ukrinform. The enemy's total combat losses include also 3,667 tanks plus 7,120 armored combat vehicles plus 2,825 artillery systems plus 539 multiple launch rocket systems plus 285 air defense systems, 308 aircraft, 293 helicopters, 2,386 unmanned aerial vehicles plus 911 cruise missiles, 18 warships, cutters, 5,707 motor vehicles plus 332 special equipment units plus 2. Enemy losses are being verified, the General Staff noted. As reported by Ukrinform, units of the Ukrainian armed forces repelled more than 55 enemy attacks over the past day. The Ukrainian Air Force launched 7 strikes on Russian manpower clusters, while units of the missile troops and artillery struck 2 areas where enemy personnel and equipment were concentrated.